like I'm just thinking,
So the quantifications of the existence that we are existing in,
Well, that's
you
how I
know.
think, Like it's a thing. Okay. Anyway, coming back to that conversation, it's like a lot of times when I'm doing nothing, I'm just thinking about like what you know life would be like in the past and what's it now, at now.
Okay. So what time period is your favorite, you'd say?
I don't know. I'm not like that history savvy, but like when I think of the past, I'm imagining the past. So
Okay.
it hasn't doesn't need to be like historically accurate.
Okay.
But I'm imagining like people sitting around like a bonfire
Okay.
and having conversations,
Yeah.
or like daily, because when there's no like work and when there's no distractions, there's nothing to engage you, so you
Hmm.
just talk to people.
I was gonna say that my favorite time period is when the dinosaurs existed because we didn't exist. That's what
Why?
I was gonna
Why do
say.
you think that?
Just because I think life was more healthier. Like the earth was healthier, in my opinion, right?
Hmm.
That's what I think.
But like, why is that time your favorite if you didn't even exist?
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. No, I'm
Okay.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Well.
I would say, I don't know. There's lots of great time periods. I think I would have enjoyed living in the Victorian time period if I
Hmm.
was rich. If I was rich.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be a peasant in a time period. I think I would probably cry myself to sleep every night.
Yeah.
But, like, imagine being, like, one of the royalties and going to a ball like Bridgerton. Going
Ooh.
to a ball, getting
Yeah.
courted, all of
Yeah.
that stuff.
But the thing with that is that it's hard to like really like think if there was like actual real happiness in that stuff. Because like I think throughout times there's been like moments where um, there's been pitfalls to humanity. Like sure you
Hmm.
might have like you know all the money in the world, but like what would be their like pitfalls?
I think I'd be happy.
You would be.
Oh, if I got to go to a ball, like once a month?
Mm-hmm.
If I got someone sending me letters, are you joking? Like, I love the idea of letters. Like, I think that's so romantic. I don't know, maybe that's because I love emails.
You do
So,
love emails.
so I love like letters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care for a text, but like if
Yeah.
you send me a letter, that's so cool. No one sends people letters nowadays.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
remember we wanted to do that, just like to communicate.
Yeah.
Nothing specific.
Hmm.
I remember I did that with a friend of mine when I moved to Canada from India.
Oh wow.
Wasn't letters, of course, but it was emails.
Wow.
Uh, it would just be like I don't know if it was like daily emails. The daily sounds exhausting, but I think it was weekly emails.
That's fun.
And I would just like send photos and like stories about things.
Hmm.
It was cool to have that, but then like when you're communicating with someone with that like
An outdated format.
detail,
Yeah, an outdated format.
if you don't get like a reciprocation,
Yeah.
you feel like, okay, what am I doing
Well, that's me with my dad.
here?
Like
Oh,
we
let's get into
email.
that. Let's get
Well,
into
we
that.
email
Yeah.
because he doesn't have a phone, right?
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'll message him and he'll just email me back. Okay. I'm like, are you mad at me? Like, what is this? I need to know.
Yeah. How old is your dad?
I think he's like 65.
Oh wow, 65.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, at that point they probably just feel like I think as younger people like attach meanings to
Yeah.
things. Like remember how we were talking to one of the friends that we met on set,
Mhm.
Andrea, and we were showing her like
Oh, the
emoji.
emojis.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
that
Oh my
emoji.
god. Yeah, that smiley emoji.
Smiley
Yeah.
emoji. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure people don't know who you are, so maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit.
My name is Lauren Jenkins. My YouTube channel is It's Lauren Jenkins. I am a very successful YouTuber. I'm a very successful psychologist. I have experienced a lot in the veterinary services. Um, I studied in acting. I got a BFA, Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a visual artist, so I do some drawings, mainly Conte. I do photography, all of that artistic stuff. Um, so,
Yeah, you do a lot of things, eh?
like, too many.
Too many things. Yeah. Right now, what form would you say is the most satisfying to you?
Um, I would say acting, 100%,
Oh
but
wow.
I haven't had many opportunities to act anymore. I
Hmm.
do miss the environment of acting and the community and actually being on stage and on rehearsal.
Right.
I do have this fear when it comes to film acting, and that fear is like about the rehearsal time.
Hmm.
So basically, the way this really bad hired professor uh, got fired anyway, long story short, but what he was basically saying, which I don't know if it's true or not, it could be true, is that like for rehearsal, okay, you come in, it's like 10 minutes of rehearsing, this is your scene, and then you go and film it. To me, that's scary because I
Yeah.
feel like I would need more time because I'm so used
Yeah.
to theater.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a scene in film is like maybe two sentences,
Yeah. Here's the
right?
thing. Here's the thing with rehearsal on film. Here's the thing. I think you rehearse for 10 minutes before it's being filmed. Sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there is like a upside to that too, because like you're keeping that material
But is that
fresh.
true?
I think so. Like, you mean what? Like, you only get
Because
10 minutes to rehearse?
someone else was like, wait, isn't it actually you get a day of rehearsal?
Not necessarily.
See, that's what I
It
thought.
really depends. Really depends what kind of film you're filming, what kind of scene you're filming. It's very like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, like the show that we worked on, we can't say the name. Can we say the name? I don't think so. Okay.
No.
The show that we worked on, the actors that were doing those scenes weren't very like
Emotionally
emotionally charged. You
deep.
don't need rehearsals. And here's the thing: when you're filming, it's very rare that the first take you do is uh, the take that they're going to keep,
Yeah.
right? So what happens is that through those takes, you see the director talking to them. So that is
Mm-hmm.
kind of the rehearsal process too. It's just
Yeah.
very raw and very quick.
But they typically only want like 5 takes, 4 takes per. I'm like, what if I wake up in the middle of the night, like a week later, and I'm like, oh
Mm,
my god, I didn't do this scene to my best ability. Like, I could have done something different.
yeah.
But also, editing fixes so many things.
Yeah. Editing fixes things to satisfy the viewer, the director. But I don't know if it fixes. Well, I guess it does fix things for the actor too sometimes.
I mean, we've seen people who stumble through monologues,
Yeah.
which, like, they would make it seem like the monologue is so long,
Yeah.
and we'd have to like give the main actor a round of applause
Yeah.
before they perform it. And the actor wouldn't know most of their lines, would stumble through it,
Hmm.
and the editing afterwards, like, it would look really good. I don't know
Yeah.
if maybe they would do it alone.
Could be
Could be
possible. Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like maybe they're doing the close-up shots alone, and then just filling the room, the noise, right?
But like for theater, we've had to learn even way longer monologues than that.
Yeah.
And we've had to perform like over 2 hours of a show and make sure to have that monologue memorized and just do it there. You get like one shot each night.
Wow. Yeah, theater is very like it's very different kind of format. It's hard to like because I used to feel that film is more true as an actor,
Hmm.
but I don't feel that way anymore. Because I think with theater, you go to places that you can't go to film because with theater, your flow is not breaking. Your flow
Yeah.
is as a character, you're allowed to be in that character.
You're
You're like
constantly existing as
existing.
it. There's no time where it's like, okay, cut, let's roll it again.
Yeah,
Or here, let's pull you off of set so you can have
yeah,
food or something. It's like, nope, you're on the entire time. If you are not forgetting your line and your heart is beating and your heart is racing,
hmm,
you don't have time to just take a moment. You have to continue going. And then sometimes you're on stage the entire time. Like I had that play where I was on stage, even in the back the entire time, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Sitting down.
yeah,
You don't get a chance to just come off and just be like, okay, how's it going, Rebecca? How's it going, this person?
yes,
Like, you are
yes,
just there
yeah,
being the character.
yeah. It's just so character dependent, I feel like, because sometimes it can feel like,
This
is that a
damn
plane?
plane.
It's okay. Sometimes I feel like it's easier to reach the nucleus of the character like that when you do as you do in film and TV, because you're
Mm-hmm.
just like thrown into the scene and you're just like there's not enough like you like sometimes I feel like a lot of times I saw a lot of like people that were in our program when they would go on stage there would be like this weird like very specific choices acting wise, but they
Yeah.
would feel like they don't have like a
They're
soul
acting to
beneath.
act, acting
Yeah,
to look cool with their poses or
exactly.
like go like this or things like that. It's like sometimes when you're a character, you don't know what actions you're going to do. Sometimes they are minuscule. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like you have to make your actions specific to the character, specific to how you're feeling inside, not just because, oh, well, I see actors on film doing micro expressions, so I'm going to do that too. Like, no, what makes
yes,
sense to the character?
yeah, which can be hard to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Like that freshness can be hard to maintain as a theater actor because
Mm-hmm.
when you're performing, first of all, you rehearse that character for like a month,
Mm-hmm.
almost every day, right?
Yep.
Am I correct?
Yep.
Yeah. And then you go on for 2 weeks performing that character every day. So like sometimes I've seen that some actors can have these like really great specific choices,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the same choice every day, every night
Yep.
on the show. Whereas with film and TV, you're just like, oh wait, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and then like there's no nothing specific you can go to in your mind. Like it's not like a rehearsed thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have a rehearsed action to do in film and TV a lot of times. Not that you don't have that,
Yeah.
but sometimes most times you don't. So the only thing you can focus on as an actor in that moment when the camera is rolling, you drop down into like the
Mm-hmm.
core of that character or the nucleus of that character, and you just let that character do something through your body.
Now, this is kind of related. This is actually really related. This is what I was thinking in the shower today.
Mm.
I was thinking about the fact, like, with musicals, I could see some actors getting caught up into the habit of performing a song, where they start to lose the feeling
Mm.
because they perform it every night.
Exactly.
When in reality, you have to think about, okay, but at the same time, it's my character conveying their feelings. It's not just a song,
Mm.
it is what my character is conveying.
Yeah.
Such as like Burn from Alexander Hamilton, where Eliza's
Yes.
singing that. That's her conveying her emotions. Some people might get caught up of just singing the song and understanding, okay,
Exactly.
these are the right notes. But no, like a true actor is on every single night, at least as much as they can. Obviously they're going to have off nights where they do autopilot,
Mm.
but they still go through those emotions as they sing the song.
Yeah. What do you think about autopiloting? What do you feel about that?
I think it can be really bad um, for specific people. So I knew an actor who I performed with for one of my modern plays
Yeah.
on the stage, where I was the drunk girl. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Hermina.
Yes.
And so,
Maybe you want to tell the
well,
audience
there was a play.
just for like a general context.
Yeah, I'm
like-
like, I don't want to like out him though. That's what I'm nervous about.
Yeah.
But the context, anyway, the context was it was a dark comedy. Okay, and there was one of the actors on stage. He would black out every single night on stage. So we had specific choreography, not just for what we were doing on during different scenes, but as well we were doing the transitions of the furniture. So we would try to do it in a way that was very satisfying to the audience. We're like, okay, there'd be a chair here and there'd be a chair here. So he's going slower to pick up his chair here. Meanwhile, I'm picking up fast and walking, and then we meet together and then we put it down at the same time. And during that, he would black out. So he would forget a lot of things because he just was not there. You could not see him.
Mm-hmm.
He did some safety stuff too that was a problem, and it's just like some people just they can't get out of that.
Mm.
And so we did work with a hired professor who was typically used to be there every year. Wasn't there for his class, but we learned Suzuki technique. Apparently, that's what that is for. It's for still being in the moment and active on stage and not blacking out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad that he never got that training. I always think about that. I do think about that. The fact that his class was not given the opportunity to learn Suzuki training by this fantastic, fantastic
Yeah.
teacher, in my opinion.
Do you want to talk about Suzuki training a little bit? Because I know I have a general
Hmm.
idea, but from someone who actually got trained in that, I think you have a more comprehensive idea. Maybe you can talk more about that.
Well, it's mainly like more rigorous military training.
Mm.
You're focusing on all of your body parts, and there's different routines that you have to go through. Some there's like stomping in a circle, stomp, 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 and you just keep going during the song, and you have to make sure to have an exact height of your knees to your body. You
Mm.
have to keep going no matter what,
Okay.
and it's very much it's tough. It's very tough. I've had to do different things. There were things that um, me and some other people exercises that we did in front of the class that other people didn't really get to do
Mm-hmm.
that were really tough.
Oh, wow.
Um, I don't know how to explain them necessarily, like properly without doing them.
Can you do it? Like
Like,
just a very basic
I think there was one where it was
representation.
like this, and you have to hold it,
Oh.
and it's down, down, like that, but you have to like keep the balance. I don't
Yeah.
know, you can't see my feet properly,
Yeah.
but you're like holding this, and then there's like drop down, up,
Oh, wow.
and you're saying your monologue,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're saying whatever text you know
While maintaining that
while
position.
maintaining that position or going chop, chop, up, down, up, and you're holding it. And you do it so many times to the point to exhaustion,
Mm.
essentially, is the goal. Where you're so exhausted and it's just coming out. It's just coming out. It's pouring out of you, that text. And you're in so much pain. Like, everything starts to hurt. Sometimes you're using sticks.
Yeah.
Um, I don't necessarily know. I personally don't know if I got any benefit from doing that. I
Yeah.
think that's the importance of acting school is like learning all of these different techniques and then picking apart which ones work for you and which ones don't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Maybe it helped me.
Yeah. It sounds interesting because also can you make sure it's recording? Sorry guys, this is our first
Yes, it's
podcast. We don't
recording.
know if it's like fully right or not. We're just winging it. Anyway, uh, the way you showed Suzuki, it sounds like it's really just like force. It's like rewiring your brain
Hmm.
and your acting process to begin in the body instead of the mind. Because like
Yes.
you're coming back into your body,
Yes.
so like it's taking sometimes like with actors we can get like as actors, first of all, people who go into acting, mostly not everybody of
Hmm.
course, people tend to like really have like a lot of like surcharge and overcharge of energy in their minds, which is why
Yes.
we because acting can be a very mental process, like because you're all not only dealing with your own character
Hmm.
but your character's relation to you yourself as a person.
Yeah.
So
And understanding the script, you do have to be very analytical in a way.
mhm, whilst maintaining a distance from the character, because you don't want your biases, your
Yeah.
character flaws, and your character,
Hmm.
uh, what is it called, strengths to show up on the character that you're playing.
Yeah. It's still important in a way, though, to acknowledge what are things that are similar to your character that are similar to you.
Mhm.
What are things that are not similar to you that are, you know, for the character? Like what are the differences,
Yeah,
both good and bad.
because it can inform your choices,
Yeah.
and like you can use that information to go deeper into the
Hmm.
character's, soul.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting because like that brings me to something Britt Marling talked about. Britt Marling is the creator and actor for a show called The OA.
His favorite show, his like special interest of all time. He will never live it down. Every movie that we watch, he will always make a connection to the OA. He's
Because
obsessed
it
with
is
that.
connected. Trust me, if you watch that show, you will know why I say that. But anyway, but she talked about those movements. So that show,
I
uh,
love those movements. It's so pretty.
that show has like movement. I wouldn't say dance, but
Hmm.
like a movement element to the story.
Yeah,
And for one of the scenes, she talks about doing that physical movement brought them back into the body.
that's really
And
cool.
that kind of reminds me of what you're talking about, Suzuki technique,
Hmm.
like really using your body, like every cell of your body, to
Yeah.
radiate whatever your character is feeling.
And the thing too is that with certain exercises we had to perform,
Hmm.
they were connected to music.
Oh
So at the same
wow.
time, we had to be on beat. So when you're on beat like that, you are even more connected to your body. You're connected even with your brain. It's all becoming one, right? Because there's some things where you're having to slowly walk
Hmm.
down a straight line, looking straight. Sometimes you're holding sticks, sometimes your arms are in different positions, and you're moving through the balls of your feet, and you're supposed to move the exact same, you're supposed to have the exact same amount on your weight. Sorry, exact amount of weight on your feet as you move,
Hmm.
and basically not show that you're transferring weight from foot to foot
Oh wow.
as you walk like that, right?
Wow.
And then you get to one point in the music where you have to jump down into a ball,
Hmm.
and then you come up and make it in time. And there's some other stuff I can't remember, but there are different videos on YouTube
Yeah.
of the Suzuki method in acting, and it's really interesting to
So
watch.
those exercises, are they connected to the characters or what the scene is, or
I
no?
don't think so. The one exercise that we did connect it to the text, but some of the other ones, they weren't connected to text. It was just about learning the method, getting in the body.
Hmm.
It was just kind of like a starter.
Yeah, I think that's one of the challenges that I had initially in my like um,
What was?
the just getting in the body.
It's hard.
Um, one analogy that really helped me was again from it's related to the OA.
Hmm.
Is the OA has like a part where they talk about octopus,
Yep.
and I think Britt talked about how like octopus think by moving.
Wow.
Like for an octopus to think, it has to move. It's like what is that called?
Tentacles?
Tentacles. Like they think by moving.
Wow.
So that was really interesting to me, and that just that one little analogy
Hmm.
really helped me. Like it doesn't have to be that I have to move to think, but like just like a allowing myself to live in that body and like allowing
Yeah.
myself to like be free. Because sometimes
Hmm.
as actors, we've all been there. We've been
Everyone.
stiff. We're
It's
like,
so hard
I'm
not
just,
to.
and we can become like a talking head, which was a
Yeah.
challenge that I was seeing with a lot of actors during
Film.
COVID.
And film too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were filming. I was TAing like one of the courses for this acting professor,
Yeah.
and a lot of actors were finding it really hard. I'm sure you encountered that challenge too, because
Yeah.
you did Zoom theater. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what that is, but anyway, but you basically you Zoom guys. Remember Zoom? It was like a COVID
It's
thing,
basically like Microsoft
like
Teams, just like a
Skype.
call conference
Yeah,
thing,
imagine like a video conference, and there's like 4 or 5 blocks.
and having to act.
So and this is your frame, right?
And
This is
this
your
is your
frame.
acting partner is the screen. It is such a detached world
Yeah.
to act.
So in that scenario, I saw a lot of actors that I was, TAing. they were just like their entire acting was just happening here,
Mhm.
and this was dead, like the body was dead,
Yeah.
which was so weird to watch. But I guess it's not their fault because
Mhm.
they felt like, oh, this is what it is, this is what it is, and but
That's
you
what
become into a talking head.
because that's what we're taught like is not like taught by professors, but that's what we're told like film acting is. It's very stoic and you move your head a little bit and you
Yeah, you
move
go
your
like,
face and you barely move your body and then you bring it all in just so tiny. Whereas for me, I find that there are so many different styles of film. That one style, sure, there could be that very stoic style.
mhm.
It doesn't work for certain things.
I don't even necessarily think there are styles to acting, film acting. I think it's just like film is a medium where
Hmm.
you're really, really, really honoring the story, the dialogue, the material, the scene, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it. Like, you just have to be true. Like, if we're doing a scene,
Hmm.
and if the scene needs me to be like,
Yeah.
and if the scene needs me to be like animated,
Yes.
I will have to honor that because if I don't, then it looks bad.
That's actually like really interesting to me because that's something that I've started to slowly notice, not just through like watching films with a more relaxed eye because we were taught to be kind of critical in theater school,
Hmm.
um, but also being on set and watching like other actors. I've started to realize more that I can see theater in film.
Hmm.
Like a lot of people say no, like theater's too big for film, but like also like certain parts of theater is life. It's realism.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I start to
There,
see that
there's a
more.
there's a reason why realism is an actual thing in theater. It's a type of
Mhm.
theater. I remember like taking theater history,
Yeah.
and realism is an actual type.
Yeah.
So it's just about. I think um, one of the advices that really. I think the only what is it called, adaptation that you need.
Mhm.
Adaptation.
Like adapting to film
Yeah,
from
you
theater.
like the only really big change that you need to know as an actor is just that in theater, I think this was one of our favorite professors that we talk about.
Mhm.
Uh, I can say his name, yeah, Lee Wilson.
Mhm.
Um, he told me that as a theater actor, you are playing to the audience. So the first audience member is there, and then
Mhm.
the last audience member is there.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you're reaching
Yeah.
the last member in the audience,
Yeah.
which is like let's say 40 rows down. So I
Mhm.
have to play it like this,
Have to project.
but your last audience member in film and TV is here. So I can
First and
just talk
last.
like this.
Yeah.
I can just because this is my last member. That
Mhm.
I think that's only really the big adjustment. But
I'm
other than that, it's just like
I'm gonna have to work on my. I tend to like just talk louder naturally, but
yeah.
I'm gonna have to learn like not to do that. I think that's a big thing that I have to be like consciously aware of.
Hmm.
Also, like I would definitely say that a lot of theater school, and maybe this is partially because of COVID, did affect my confidence. It did very much, and that's something that I need to work on because when you're working in that industry, you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to believe. It's not necessarily about developing an ego where you're this narcissist,
Hmm.
but it's just believing in yourself to a point where you're not doubting how you are in that moment to the point where it starts ruining your performance.
Yeah, yeah. COVID was a weird time, eh?
Awful. Awful.
Okay, we all know that it was awful in so many ways. What do you think was a nice thing about COVID?
I would say because of the situation, the housing situation that I was in at that time,
Hmm.
in second year, it was not good. It was very toxic for me. I would say I'm very grateful that I was able to go home and do acting school online at home rather than being trapped in this house with certain people who were not treating me good at all.
Yeah, I'm
So,
sorry you went through that.
it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think for me, it was just. I think it was the first time in my life where I actually had like.
I'm scared the sound's gonna get picked up.
Oh,
You keep. I'm like,
that's
that's gonna get
that's
picked
my
up.
ADSD or something. I don't know. It should be fine though, because our voices are much louder
I
than
hope.
this.
I hope.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that was the first time in my life where I had so much time to myself. So I really enjoyed it.
That's when you watched the OA for the first time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes I think like maybe if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have watched the OA probably because I would have been so busy with school
Wow.
and like
Who's backroading with like a four-wheeler?
and then but there were also like really lonely times and really paranoid times. Like I got
Very.
paranoid about things because like I remember.
I think I was personally. I'm gonna say I think I was validly paranoid, but you talk about.
Well, the thing about you is that I personally am a very like individualistic person.
Mhm.
I don't tend to have many close friends. My friends are the people that I live with. Um,
But I don't live with you,
yeah, you don't live with me, but you're still my friend because I see you so much. Anyway,
right?
um, but like I tend to keep to myself. So when I was living with these people, I was also
Can I correct you for a second before you say something?
sure.
I wouldn't say that you keep to yourself. I would say you keep the inner parts of yourself hidden,
Yeah,
whereas you are a sociable person. You're just
yeah,
very surface level to people
yes,
because you don't like you don't feel comfortable opening up. But continue.
yes. Which reminds me, I was reading. Remember that book that you got me
Which one?
for my birthday? The
Oh
Aurora book.
yes,
So
yes.
it's basically like a
I forgot that even existed.
it's basically like a journal of this artist called Aurora uh, on her journey to like create this album called What Happened to the Heart. But anyway, in that journal I was reading a couple days ago, there's like a screenshot of like I don't know what book she put on. I don't know. I don't remember the credits. Sorry, but it said that such. So she was talking about a certain kind of spirit, uh, which was saying like such a spirit is happy just to take a corner of an experience. So sometimes I feel like I'm just happy to take a corner of an experience
Hmm.
because I don't want to be entangled into all that comes with,
You don't like ties.
I don't like ties, no.
No.
Unless I'm very I think I'm very specific with my ties. Because I think ties have hurt me so much in the past.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a defense mechanism thing, but it allows me to, move through the world at an ease. And I enjoy my life. I enjoyed the
Hmm.
corner ties as much as I have.
I think we're like opposite. I think we're the same in that like familial ties growing up, different ties like that are the reason that we're affected like that.
Hmm.
Because from kids, we've definitely experienced like really deep things that children shouldn't go through.
Yeah.
But I would say I'm the opposite compared to you, where I feel like I have to give so much to everybody. I don't want anyone to feel the way that I felt. So I give
Mm.
so much to everybody. And then I realize sometimes that, it's too late. Oh my God, like I thought I was gonna help fix this person, but this person's actually hurting me.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad taking a step back because sometimes when I take a step back, that person then gets hurt because I was being their support
Yeah.
that entire time. I was giving them my all, right?
Yeah.
And then that's why I get entangled because then I'm like, okay, this person hurt me a lot, like too much now. Now I need to draw back and I
Hmm.
can't support you as much because that's too much for me because now I'm going through it.
Yeah.
And then it makes it feel like I'm potentially like trying to lead them,
Yeah.
which is hard. And I've learned that. I've started to learn that. I started to learn that like in university, first year university, and it wasn't healthy. There's a balance to everything,
Yeah.
and um, obviously with these people, like it's been resolved and sorted out for most part,
Yeah.
right? And I'm still friends with some of them, for sure. and a lot of it I think was just kind of on me
Yeah.
for giving my all and then realizing I can't do that.
Oh, we got some
Oh, they're
squirrels.
fighting.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna grab some water. Are you able to
Okay.
talk while I do that?
Yeah, we can just take a water break.
Okay, sure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back. About
Acting,
oh
theater,
yes, COVID,
existing,
COVID.
COVID. Yeah, we
How
were.
I enjoyed COVID.
Yeah.
But I was sorry, we were talking about my paranoia and all that.
Yeah.
It was also really lonely. I really enjoyed 2020, but by 2021, I kind of started realizing like how much I enjoyed being around people, not necessarily
Wow.
with people, but being around people.
Because you kept running away from people, I'd say, most of your life.
What do you mean?
Like, you left India
Yeah,
to come here,
yeah.
leaving people behind.
I enjoy that so much.
You enjoy running away. He
I
loves
love
run.
severing ties and starting new. I don't
Okay,
know why.
Severance. You need an India outie or any and here outie.
Howdy, yeah. Cause yeah, I was completely like a different person back home. It's so weird, but it's also so fun. I think that's what connects to me wanting to be an actor.
Yeah.
Cause
It's being playing different parts. It's your masking basically.
yeah,
You enjoy masking.
yeah, I guess. I
Well,
think
sometimes we go to a restaurant and we just pretend to be
other
completely
people,
different people.
yeah.
It typically is we pretend to be rich people because we're poor, but
Um, but what's interesting is that we were watching that documentary yesterday,
so good. That was so good.
the Jim and Andy.
Jim and Andy. It's about Jim Carrey, Man on the Moon. Really interesting. Really, like, just really interesting to see.
Like his acting process, playing a comedian named Andy Kaufman. You guys should really look into like just if you just watch that trailer of that documentary, you like I did not know anything about Andy Kaufman. I haven't even watched
No.
that movie, Man on the Moon, but just his process, like you kind of go
Mhm.
through this journey. I don't know, maybe
And we're not condoning the process, by the way. We're not saying to look into that process,
yeah, like
but just to even just, it was
just
just
go
really
in with an
interesting.
open mind and just look at what's happening and
Hmm.
what he's going through and some of the things that he says. One of the things that reminded me of that was that all we're just all of us we are just craving absence. No, what was it?
I don't remember, but I know what you're
I
talking
know.
about.
Yeah, I know.
Is it like the existence
No, so
something?
it's like all of us are just craving an absence of ourselves.
Okay, yeah,
Like we're basically craving vacation from ourselves.
yeah.
And I think that's what acting really allows you to do. Like
Hmm.
you step away from yourself. And it's interesting that the spiritual process, like spirituality,
Hmm.
at least the a little bit of what I've explored is exactly that. You're
Hmm.
just like distancing yourself from the mind and the body.
Yeah, and in a way, this was like his turning point of his life, where he started to realize like who is he as a person, because
Yeah.
all he's been doing is playing other people,
Hmm.
and as he dives in like too deep into the extremes of him becoming another person and fully believing that he is that person, that that becomes too much, and he starts talking about himself in some not nice ways as him as
Yeah.
the other person.
You really see in his eyes that realization of like, oh, like that emptiness of playing a character when you go too deep. You
Hmm.
kind of realize that, okay, if I can play this character this well, this other person, Jim Carrey, is also just a character. I'm
Yeah,
just playing a character.
which is what he's been doing since he was younger,
Yeah,
right?
he's been performing, and I think we all do that.
Yeah.
We just don't realize it, but
And
we
I
do
was always
that.
a big fan of Jim Carrey, like growing
Yeah.
up. Genuinely, like his the my God, why can't I remember it? The Grinch.
Yeah.
Is that the title of it?
The
Yeah.
Grinch, yeah.
I'm sorry, even though I've like watched this a million times, That was my first movie
Yeah.
as a child. I think it came out. I think I wasn't even a year old. I think it was the December that I was born, so it must have been like 3 months
Oh wow.
after I was
You
born.
remember that?
I was in the movie theater. No, because my mom has it written down.
Oh, okay.
That
That's
was
so
the
cute.
first thing apparently I ever saw. It was in the movie theaters. And apparently people kept talking to me about how well mannered I was because I was completely quiet during the movie. I didn't cry, I didn't anything, but I knew from Jim Carrey basically since the beginning of my existence.
Yeah.
And I really was a fan of his work.
Yeah. It's
So,
interesting you say that because I know Jim Carrey is like known as this like amazing comedian, comedy actor, and all
impressionist.
that. But my impression of Jim Carrey was not comedy at all. Because
Wow.
I've actually, I think to this date, I've never seen a single
You need to see The Mask. It's so
comedy
good.
movie from him.
So good.
The first movie that I watched,
You never saw Liar Liar?
no, I'm telling you, the first movie
No.
that I watched by him was Eternal Sunshine,
Mm-hmm.
then Truman Show, and then his most recent show called Kidding. Oh, that definitely hit a nerve. Like that. So those are three very like
Spiritual, I'd
very
say.
yeah, and they all have like one same single like line that connects to all of them, which is it's like a meditation on identity.
Yeah.
Like because his show Kidding is basically about he's playing like this Mr. Rogers type of character,
Yeah.
who's like a fake persona on TV, and on the other side, when he comes home, he's dealing with his troubled family and his like
Mm-hmm.
son who passed away.
Spoilers.
No, that's
Spoilers.
okay. That's in the synopsis of the
Oh,
first
okay.
episode, so I'm not giving
Okay.
anything away. But so he's like really trying to deepen his search for identity. Who is he? Who is like Jeff Pickles is the name of the
Mm-hmm.
TV star, but he's also Jeff.
Yeah.
So that, and then Truman Show, of course, we all know. It's like finding who he is and all that. And Eternal Sunshine, when your memories are being stripped away,
Yeah.
who are you? What's left.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my only impression of Jim Carrey. But it will be interesting to
Wow.
watch him doing his like comedic roles.
Yeah. I definitely think he's took more of a spiritual turn nowadays. It's really interesting to hear him talk about life and his existence and his beliefs,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, I think once you reach that kind of like materialistic satisfaction.
Especially since that's what he said he wanted. He wanted his goal
Yeah,
was just to become a successful actor,
yeah.
right?
But I think there's a longing inside
Yeah.
everyone. Once I remember one of his quotes actually. I think he said that I wish and hope that all of you achieve your dreams
Mm-hmm.
so that you can realize that that's not what's going to make you happy,
Yeah.
which is really interesting.
Yeah. I think that even if I achieved my dreams, I think I would still find enjoyment afterwards of succeeding them because I just love being an artist in every form. I always want to keep trying different things. Like I want to try to develop like working on pottery more. Like I
Yeah.
actually want to build things. It's not just like there's one sort of line that I'm fully interested in. Obviously, I am fully interested in acting, don't get me wrong, but it's like
Mm.
I do have other little stems from that
Yeah.
root.
And you're very open. I think you're the most open person creatively I've ever met because
You hear that, y'all? That's me.
like
Now
you
you
don't.
saying creativity. He had to make sure it was creatively
Yeah, yeah. No,
because other than
otherwise,
that,
no.
I could be a little bit stubborn, okay? To be fair, sometimes there's a reason. Like my allergies. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
uh,
Go ahead.
uh,
Go say the
uh, uh, uh,
creativity.
uh,
Go say
uh,
the creativity.
your allergies or your fear of allergies? We need to get that on audio. I'm sorry.
My fear of
Okay.
allergies and my allergies. Anyway.
But yeah, I think you're really open creatively because, like, I
Keep
think a
talking.
lot of times when some people, especially people who go through like a program that's 4 years, people can become very like
Stubborn, headstrong.
headstrong about like, oh, I'm an actor, I'm an actor. Painting, fuck painting. I don't care painting. Oh, fuck this, fuck that.
Hmm.
You know, Um which is not the case with you. I think you look at every discipline, not every, but I guess most disciplines with a really open mind. Which is, I think it's weird people do that, especially as an actor, because
Hmm. I know why it is.
I think as an actor, the more avenues of life you explore,
Let's get and talk about that. Yep.
the better actor you'll be. I think that's just like common sense to me.
Well, here's the thing nowadays is that what people say, and even way back when, is this whole idea. I just watched a squirrel jump so far off of a roof. Anyway,
And it
um,
fell. Did it
like
fall?
didn't fall. No, he jumped off on purpose. Anyway,
Okay.
people believe this phrase that's jack of all trade, master of none. That's a really popular phrase. But I think when it comes to the arts, I think different arts can really help you slowly master one, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because like let's take modeling for example and photography.
Mm-hmm.
Learning acting has been so important to understand modeling and to understand like when I'm modeling, I'm taking on a certain energy, I'm taking on a certain character at times, and I think that I can really capture important, real, genuine moments of myself through photos. You can disagree if you want or agree.
No, I definitely agree because I think like I think your modeling has also improved since you started being behind the camera.
Yep.
Because last year I suggested you should get a camera because I think you had like a very basic like camera. It was like a cheap Canon camera, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Are you?
Canon
You showed me
Rebel.
some photos." I'm like, "Wow, you have a really good sense of like framing and
Hmm.
like you just have a good eye." I think one of the biggest things about being a photographer is that you know how to see, like
Yeah.
like
Which is
you
good
have a
for
vision,
film, which is
which is good
also
for
good for film. Everything comes back, people. Everything comes back.
and also that's good for modeling or
Yep.
acting because like that's the that's the big thing that was that helped me in
Hmm.
like school because I had spent time behind the camera. I was automatically good in front of the camera because I knew
Yep.
what the frame was.
Yep.
I knew where the mic was, where the camera was.
And and an important thing is you weren't that much of, and this isn't an insult, you weren't that much of a trained actor, so in a way
Oh
you
yeah.
were a blank canvas.
Yes.
So you got to learn film, I'd say, better than a lot of people in my
Mm-hmm.
program
Mm-hmm.
who were experienced in theater acting and who
Yeah.
were given an ego that they were amazing at acting. You were better than them because you came with a fresh mind, you came with a blank canvas, and you came with enthusiasm that you were just going to learn. Whereas a lot of other people in my program, they didn't care about learning anymore because they thought they were the best. They were always told that they were the
Mm-hmm.
best,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I really enjoyed like I was really grateful for that I didn't go through like sometimes I would hear stuff about your class or like people who were older than
Mm-hmm.
you in their class and the stuff that they were doing. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that.
No.
That doesn't seem right. Because here's the thing, my education started before I came to, study this thing.
Yep.
Because my way of education, because I was like, since the age of 15,
Mm-hmm.
I was so interested in acting and like the
Yep.
way the process of it all, the performance and like how developing a character works, text
Mm-hmm.
work and all that. So my education before coming here was like
Independent.
independent. I was just it was fueled by curiosity. I
Yeah.
was like, listening to the best in the industry talk about
Yep.
acting. And like this like actually like
Actual actors who have made it, not, and this isn't an insult to any of the professors,
yeah.
but not professors who don't have a lot of, some of them didn't have a lot of experience in the industry getting many
Yes.
roles,
Yeah.
you know?
And like I was writing down things. I remember I would go to the theater as like a 16-year-old kid. I would with an audio recorder. I
Hmm.
would record the entire, like one of the movies that
Oh,
I
I
liked.
remember. Yeah.
I would record the entire movie and then come back home and like working at my dad's restaurant, I would just like when there would be like no customers, I would plug in my headphones, listen to the audio track, write down dialogue. I don't even know like how or why it
You're
helped
getting
me,
back into the Indian accent, like you're like remembering it. I
right?
love it.
But I didn't even know if it really helped me or like how it helped me, but it just felt good. I don't
Hmm.
know. It was just good to like hear that audio and imagine, like feel like I'm there.
Hmm.
I'm seeing it happen. I'm becoming that character. I'm writing it down. And like that kind of informed my language of like storytelling and dialogue
Yeah.
because I did that for a couple of years because I didn't have anything else to do because I had graduated school
Hmm.
and then I didn't know what where I was gonna go for college, university. So,
I think something that's similar with you and me is that we've lived a lot of lives in
mm,
one life.
hmm,
I think a lot of people haven't experienced like a family business type situation too.
yeah,
Like that.
our SD card ran out of space, but we're back again.
Um,
What are we talking about?
family business. So we both experience family business. We've both experienced, I'd say, different levels of income
Hmm.
with our families as well. So we've experienced,
Ups and
different,
downs.
very ups and downs in our life, and having to take on the role of different things, even as children.
Yes.
And I think that's important with acting is experiencing, but
Mm,
also not just that, because sure, someone may have uh, less experiences than we have throughout their life. Maybe they had a stable family, it was all good, all easy. I think what also can be really important is the willingness and the openness to learn and understand from other people their situations. I think
mm,
that is so important
hmm.
because also, like, we could be completely shut off to understanding other people or learning how to put ourselves in other people's shoes. And as actors, that's what you are constantly doing with your character. You are putting yourself in their
Yeah.
shoes, you know?
Here's another thing that so one of the casting directors that Britt Marling knew, I think Britt Marling asked that casting director, "What do you think is a common strand between good actors? Is it?" So the casting director thought, "Is your voice getting tired?"
No, it was just I almost choked on my water fully.
Okay. Uh, so the casting director said, "I used to think that it was." Oh wait, we didn't hold for.
Oh well,
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. The casting director was saying that I used to think that the common thing between great actors was divorced parents, because you're like, you have to like emotionally regulate yourself and all that. But then she said that after like, working longer in the business, she realized that girl, she realized that it was actually moving a lot as a kid.
Hmm.
Moving of location, moving to a new town, moving to a new like
House,
house.
subdivision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you're moving as a kid, you have to like you're in a new school now,
Yeah.
a new class, new people, new friends. You have to like adapt to become this
Hmm.
new person, and that's where you kind of realize that personality is a very like moldable thing, like a malleable thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's common between you and me too. Not saying we're great actors,
100%.
but I think our interest comes from that.
100%.
Yeah.
Um, I would say that, yeah, I disagree on the divorce thing as well because I've met people in the program who are so stuck up on their parents' divorce, which is sad. Stuck up on their parents' divorce that they don't know how to change their emotions much. And I would say through that as being, they would consider like their main trauma. I think it does affect their day to day life where they are this sad, like this overwhelming sadness.
Mm.
through them as a person, and they just can't fix it. And I don't know, maybe it depends on the ages too that people were divorced and things like that. I don't know, because my parents were divorced,
Yeah.
and, or maybe it's just that I went through more than just that it doesn't really affect me as much, or maybe I was
I
just too
think
young.
you've just had like too many things to deal with,
Hmm.
so that just becomes like a backseat trauma.
Yeah, because like with certain people, you can see them trying to be happy,
Hmm.
and sure, maybe they are happy in that moment, but still, even when they act and they are being happy, you can still sense it. Like, I don't know if you've known felt that with some people in my class,
Yeah.
but sometimes even when they try to be happy, and I'd say some of them, specifically the men,
Mm.
there was still this overwhelming
Yeah.
sadness or something,
Yeah.
something to them. Not all of them, obviously, but
Yeah.
just a few different ones, and it's concerning. Like,
Right.
definitely, like some of these, I'm like, I'm worried for this person. Like, would therapy help different things, and maybe that would get them to open up more, and it would feel less of this sadness.
Mm. That's true. Okay, well, this podcast is called uh, Litt Utenfor, which means
I'm not gonna say that.
why not?
I don't. Litt Utenfor. Did I just say
Litt
it?
Litt
Lit
Utenfor.
Utenfor.
Yeah,
Lit
that's good enough.
Utenfor. Well,
That's
this is also called. I don't know.
what is
Anyway,
it
so I'm
called?
kidding. I'm
Okay,
kidding. I don't know.
uh, it's called Litt Utenfor, which is Norwegian for a little bit outside, right?
Hey, we're outside. We're a little bit
Oh,
outside.
yeah.
No way.
Okay, so that it's that sentiment has like really stuck with me throughout my life. Like I've always felt a little bit outside of everything.
Like the black sheep.
The black sheep, yeah, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I quite enjoy it sometimes because like it allows me to like observe people and like learn things.
You
But
are
yeah,
very much an individual. You're very individualistic.
yeah, and
That's great.
it's great. I don't know, I don't mind it. Anyway, so I want you to talk about a time in your life or like a moment in your life where you felt like you were a little bit outside, not too outside, just a little bit outside on the corners almost, and you enjoyed it. If there is a moment that comes to
And enjoyed it.
your mind.
Girly, I have trauma. Um, God, that's a really hard question. I would definitely say that yeah, I definitely at times feel like I'm on the outside
Hmm.
of different things and even social situations. I'd say I have a good one.
Okay.
At parties. At
Ah,
parties,
that's a good
because
one.
I'm a person who doesn't drink much. I haven't drank in a long time.
Yeah.
Try not to. I don't smoke anything. I don't have any vices really. Mind you, maybe a few scratch tickets every now and then.
Oh, fine. By the way, she has her channel which does scratch
Yeah,
tickets.
I do have some
Yeah.
scratch tickets on my channel, but anyway. So I would say that typically when I'd go to a lot of the parties in university, I would be the one who was the sober one. Meanwhile, everyone there was drunk. And it was really interesting watching how all of these people interacted amongst each other or to me. And sometimes they would say really awful things to me. And they wouldn't remember that they said the most awful thing to me. Um, but still, I other than that, I would say I really liked it because as well, like personally, I'm a type of person where I can have fun without being drunk.
Mm,
I love being like a kid and going to play grounders as an adult, doing like kids things as an adult, right?
yeah.
Meanwhile, a lot of other people our age don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So in a way, yeah, I was on the outside, but I still felt like I was a part of something
Mm,
bigger.
part of that experience. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I think we should wrap this up.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. There's so much more to talk to. We'll have
I
you
know.
on. We'll have you
Oh
on.
my God, guys, I can come on. Oh my God, he just accepted me back on.
This was not annoying at all.
Why is he drinking like he found it really annoying?
No, it wasn't annoying.
He's not annoyed because I didn't talk over him all the time. Even though there'd be times that I was going like this.
Finally.
I was literally having like 20 thoughts. I'm like, get through your sentence. Get through your sentence.
I just like to take my. That's the whole point of long form. Like I don't know how much. Was it 2 hours? No. Okay.
This?
Yeah.
No.
Like all 3 clips combined.
There was only 2 clips.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I would love to just have it be 4 hours. Of course, breaks.
I can't talk that long. I have a health issue right now, which is why I can't act right now. Anyway.
But yeah, 2-3 hours. I like taking my time. I'm like, let me just think through talking. I don't have
And my ADHD ass is like, speed up, girly. I'm like, get to the point. I'm kidding. You don't speak in a way where I'm like.
Yeah, but
You know.
I feel like sometimes I can be too slow. But it's just because I'm thinking while I'm talking. Because I don't have like sentences in my mind. I speak and I think. So.
That's okay.
And this is my second language too, so sometimes it can be hard.
Girly, this is so loud. I'm actually scared. He messed up. You messed up the. Did you know that you messed up the audio on some of my other videos because you're tapping different things, going like this and.
I do have little quirks.
Little quirkies.
Okay, great. Let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening. Drum roll.
Thank you for having me on your podcast.
You're welcome.
He's already getting ready to get up and stop the record, but he's like, do not talk. This will also be up on my channel too.
Yes, yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Just to give Jazz more attention because he deserves more exposure, but right now he's just a little guy. So he's struggling a little bit. I'm kidding.
Why are you making it look like I'm gonna die or something?
So I'm doing this gracious thing by putting this on my channel. No, I'm kidding, but I did have a really good time.
Yeah.
I was really worried about this because I am really worried. I always find that I probably don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Doing different things, but this was fun.
This was fun. It's very flowing. Like I like having conversations.
And I can't wait to see what you do next with this. It'll probably be with me on it. So if you want more, you could definitely you could definitely subscribe.
I'm gonna post this on Spotify too, so you can listen to it. While I don't know the logistics of it. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, or the audio. We've been struggling with the audio. We're trying to look into mics. We bought mics. They weren't good. But if you did like this video, please comment down if you'd like something that you liked about it.
The audio is gonna be much better next time for sure.
We want to make sure that people do like this type of content.
I don't care for it.
I don't care for this content? No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't care if you guys like it or not. I guess I just want you to listen to it. And I think with
what is that? I don't care if you like it. Just listen to it. Just listen to it, guys. I don't care.
Okay, it comes off wrong.
We're coming off very
what
wrong.
I'm trying to say.
We're coming right
what
now.
I'm trying to say.
Sorry.
What I'm trying to say is that I want to put out something that's genuine, that's real.
That you enjoy at the end of the day. It doesn't matter about the masses. It matters about what you like. Yeah.
Not necessarily what I like. I just want it to be real and genuine, and I know that you guys would like that too. Because who doesn't like a real conversation, right?
Yeah, me. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I love it.
Because there's such a coming back to the thing we talked about in the beginning, because there's such a scarcity of actual real conversations with people about random shit. We don't talk to people as much anymore, and I really want to talk to people, but I can't. Here's the thing: one of the reasons why I'm starting this podcast is because
I love that we're like bye, and now we're going into a separate mini podcast at the end. Sorry, go ahead.
This is an encore. Anyway, my problem is that I started this podcast because I can't just walk up to people and be like, "Hey, do you want to come into my room and we'll just talk for 3 hours?" I can't say that. That's weird. But I still want to talk to people. So I'm like, what if we have a camera there and I put you on YouTube? People are like, Yes.
You love the depth of people. You want to find out like their little mini golden egg
Yeah.
that's bellowed deep within.
I think that's the actor in me too, because
Mhm.
I'm just curious about people,
Mhm.
and
And you want to understand
yeah.
everyone better.
And maybe if the personality is interesting enough, I can take it on and become a little bit of that person.
So you're saying you want to steal their soul.
Yes.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Okay, great.